Alright, folks, let's talk about Fight Club. That one movie your edgy college roommate quoted every 5 minutes like he just unlocked the secrets of the universe. Fight Club is a cult classic, a cinematic punch to the face, and honestly probably responsible for a lot of guys who think starting a podcast about grit is a personality. But beneath the blood, sweat, and dad issues, this movie has layers like an onion, or the scars on Edward Norton's face. Now, some of you are thinking, oh, Fight Club is just dudes being dudes, right? No, wrong. This isn't about masculinity, it's about fragile masculinity. This isn't about freedom, it's about failing to be free. And it's definitely not about healthy coping mechanism. And it's definitely not about fuck. And it's definitely not about healthy coping mechanisms because our boy literally joins a testicular cancer support group just to cry. Buckle up because this ride is about to get existential and stupidly violent. Let's talk about our protagonist for a sec. The narrator. This guy is a poster child for corporate misery. He's got insomnia, he hates his job, and his apartment looks like IKEA threw up on it. He's so detached from life that his only hobby is memorizing product descriptions. The kind of guy who'd casually say, "This coffee table really defines me as a person." And when that doesn't work, he decides to go for support groups for diseases he doesn't have because nothing says I'm more coping healthy like pretending to have testicular cancer so strangers will hug you. Seriously, man, testicular cancer? Like, out of all the options, you went straight for the balls. That's a choice. I guess you figured out if you couldn't connect with yourself, you might as well connect with the guys who've lost their nuts. So, pretty deep, not gonna lie. But honestly, it makes sense because he's empty, lonely, and his life is so meaningless that he has to borrow other people's grief just to feel something. And that's where Tyler Durden comes in. Oh yeah, let's talk about Mr. Shirtless soul-making basement fighting messiah. Tyler Durden is basically the human embodiment of I read half a niche coat and started a cult. He's charismatic, reckless, and looks like the kind of guy who would call you a sheep for not knowing how to make your own kombucha. He's everything the narrator isn't. Confident, free, and absolutely out of his damn mind. And what's his first piece of sage advice? You are not your khakis. Which, to be fair, is a solid life lesson. But then he takes it a step further with you are not your job or your possessions. And honestly, he's right. Taylor speaks to that primal urge to just say fuck this job, fuck this couch, and fuck this life. And the narrator? He's eating it up like it's a 3 a.m. Taco Bell run. But here's the thing about Tyler. He's not just anti-materialism, he's anti-everything. Tyler's solution to the soul-crushing weight of modern life isn't to find meaning, it's to reject meaning entirely. And start a club where dudes can punch each other to feel alive? Bold strategy. Let's get one thing straight about Fight Club. Fight Club isn't about fighting. Sure, there is a lot of punching, but the fights are just a metaphor. A dumb, bloody testosterone-soaked metaphor for men trying to reclaim their manhood. The guys in Fight Club, they've been neutered by corporate jobs, societal expectations, and, Starbucks. They've been told that their worth is in their paychecks, and they're pissed. So, what do? They beat the living shit out of each other in a grimy basement because, obviously, it's basically group therapy for dudes who can't admit any therapy. And honestly, that's kind of the point. Tyler's whole philosophy is embrace the pain, embrace the chaos, which, let's be real, is the emotional equivalent of rub some dirt on it and walk it off. But here is the kicker. Tyler doesn't stop at Fight Night. Oh no, he starts Project Mayhem, a full-blown anarchist cult where the goal is to dismantle society itself because apparently punching each other wasn't extreme enough. Alright, let's talk about the big twist. Tyler doesn't exist. That's right, our boy been shadowboxing himself the whole damn time. Tyler is just a figment of the narrator's imagination, a way for him to escape the crushing monotony of his life. And when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. The narrator created Tyler to be the person he wishes he could be. Confident, rebellious, and fearless. But here is the thing. Tyler isn't just his alter ego, Tyler is his worst impulses. His unchecked rage, his absolute refusal to deal with real problems. So while Tyler's out there preaching freedom, what he's really doing is dragging the narrator further into chaos. Oh my god, Tyler was inside him all along? Not like that, you pervs, I mean metaphorically, but still kinda weird, right? Let's talk about Project Mayhem, aka what happens when Fight Club goes corporate. The irony is delicious. These guys start out rejecting consumerism, rejecting structure, and rejecting everything, and they turn around and build their own system. complete with rules, hierarchies, and matching outfits. It's like they wanted to escape the machine, but accidentally become a different machine. But this one is way worse because, it involves blowing up buildings. And here is where Tyler's philosophy goes off the deep end. His solution to the problem of modern life isn't to fix it, it's to destroy it completely. Burn it all down, he says. Great plan, Tyler. Real healthy. And the worst part, the narrator almost goes along with it. Until he realizes, oh wait, maybe domestic terrorism isn't the answer to my existential crisis. Took him long enough.
Stop.
So what's the point of all of this? It's about the struggle to find meaning in a world that constantly tells you who to be, what to buy, and how to live. It's about masculinity, consumerism, and identity. And what happens when you let your worst impulses take control. The real fight isn't with society, it's with yourself, because no matter how many buildings you blow up or how many fights you win, you can't escape the fact that your biggest enemy is the guy staring back at you in the mirror. So there you have it, folks. Fight Club. A love letter to chaos, a critique to society, and a reminder that maybe, just maybe, it's time to deal with your problems like an actual adult.